My child, this is your final call. Others may hear this, but right now, it's just you and me. Heaven has paused just to reach you. Do not ignore the voice that speaks straight into your heart right now. You waited long enough. This moment is your turning point. Not tomorrow, not when it feels easier. Today. You stand at a hinge in your story, a door that swings open only when you release what has been clamped onto your heart. I see the road you've been walking and the weight you've been dragging. You call it protection, you call it wisdom, you call it caution, but I am calling it by its true name, unforgiveness. It became a silent chain around your soul. No noise, no spectacle, just a steady tightening that has kept you circling the same ground. It used to feel like armor. It has become a prison. I am not here to rush you past your pain or belittle it. I am not asking you to pretend it didn't hurt. I am not minimizing one wound you carry. Hear me. You are safe with me. I am speaking directly to you, straight into the center of your heart, and I am holding out my hand. Trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. This is not a someday idea. This is a today decision. The future I prepared for you is nearer than you think, but you cannot carry that wound into your new season. The bag is over the weight limit. The lock on the next door opens to empty hands. Release them today. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. I know how unforgiveness tried to convince you. It was your shield against repeat injury. It told you that to loosen your grip would be to lose yourself. But listen to me, beloved. It is not protecting you anymore. It is exhausting you. It is clouding your clarity. It is blocking the peace I have been trying to pour into you while your fists stayed clenched. I will not force your fingers open. I will not shame you for holding on. I will, however, tell you the truth. Your new chapter does not begin until you release the old sentence you've been rehearsing. If you could see what is waiting on the other side of this, yes, you would not hesitate. If you could feel the lightness, the breath that returns, the space in your chest that expands when you let go, you would run to me. I am standing in front of you with compassion in my eyes and power in my hands. I will never leave you. I am fighting for you. I am already opening doors no one else can close, but I require your agreement to step through. Release them today. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. I am not asking you to call wrong right. I am inviting you to stop letting the wrong hold rights over your mind. I am not pushing you into danger. I am pulling you into freedom. Breathe with me. Let the chain be named. Let the chain be loosened. Let the chain be broken. You've stood at this crossroads before. You felt the nudge and postponed it, promising me later, promising yourself when it hurts less. My child, later became a loop. Today breaks it. This is your final call for this chapter. This is the doorway into the new season I designed with intention and care. Place your hand in mine. Whisper, yes. Release them today. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. My child, listen to me. Others might hear this, but right now it is just you and me. Heaven has paused just to reach you. I saw what they did. I saw the moment your trust snapped like a thin thread pulled too far. I saw the text that didn't come, the call that ended with a slammed silence, the promise so boldly given and so carelessly broken. I saw the laughter at your expense, the humiliation that burned your face, the manipulation that turned your kindness into a tool against you. I saw the slow erosion of faith in someone you once called safe, the repeated disappointments that dripped like water on stone until the shape of your heart changed. I saw the betrayal. I saw the abandonment. I saw the words that were sharper than knives and the ones that were withheld until you starved. I saw and I counted every tear you hid. I saw the night it replayed again and again as if your mind were a projector, stuck on the worst scene. I was with you on the bathroom floor when you turned the sink on to cover the sound of your sobs. I was with you in the car when the light turned green and you stayed still because your chest felt too heavy to move. I was with you when you returned to the room, wiped your face and put on a capable smile so no one would know you were bleeding inside. I watched you become the one who always shows up, always holds it together, always covers for the chaos others caused. I know the exact hour you stopped believing birthdays were worth celebrating. I know the date when holidays started to feel dangerous. I saw your hand shake as you answered another message you didn't feel ready to read. I saw the nights you scrolled and scrolled looking for proof you weren't crazy. The days you told yourself, maybe it's me, and reduced your own voice to survive the noise. I saw and I counted every tear you hid. I hear the quiet thoughts of your heart even now, the guardedness you've grown like a hedge, thorned and careful. The joy that arrives then leaves early, as if it fears overstaying its welcome in your life. The distrust that walks into every room before you do, scanning for exits, measuring tone and angle and temperature, calculating if love is real or a setup. The hypervigilance that keeps you awake even when your body is exhausted, a watchman who never clocks out. The anger that flares from nowhere, surprising even you because old wounds don't like being brushed against. The fatigue that won't lift, not the kind that a nap fixes, but the kind that comes from carrying what is too heavy for too long. I see it. I know it. I am not confused about what this cost you. Hear me. You are not weak because it still hurts. You are human. You are my beloved human, made with intention. Pain is not proof of failure. It is evidence you were brave enough to love, to hope, to show up. Surviving that kind of blow is not small. It is not simple. It is not something you should be over by now because someone else thinks healing follows their calendar. I was there for the injury, and I am here for the aftershocks. I have watched you refuse to become cruel. I have seen you keep your integrity when no one clapped. I have honored every boundary you tried to set, even when shaking. I have bottled every tear you were too proud to shed in public, and every scream you swallowed to keep the peace around you. I counted each one. None were wasted on me. And still, my child, I will not let your pain be crowned as ruler over your next chapter. I validate you fully, but I refuse to enthrone what tried to break you. I see every detail, but I will not allow those details to author your future. The injury can testify. It cannot legislate. It can inform your wisdom. It cannot imprison your heart. It can be a teacher. It cannot be your tyrant. You are valuable. You are chosen. Your worth comes from me alone, not from those who mishandled you, and not from the mistakes you made while trying to survive. I am not asking you to erase the past. I am acknowledging it so it can be set in its rightful place, behind you, instructive but not invasive. I am not asking you to pretend it did not hurt. I am affirming that it did so you stop arguing with your own soul. I am not asking you to call wrong right. I am assuring you that I saw the wrong clearly enough to hold it accountable in ways you cannot yet imagine. But hear my heart. I am speaking directly to you, straight into the center of your heart, to say you do not have to live guarded forever. The hedge kept you safe for a while. It is not meant to be a permanent home. The watchman kept vigil for a season. He does not need to hold your joy hostage. Breathe, beloved. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. You are safe with me. The pain is real, but it is not ultimate. The story is scarred, but it is not over. I am the author of your story, and I am turning the page with a gentle hand. The new season I prepared is not naive about what you endured. It is precise, tailored, compassionate. It carries peace, clarity, and strength that do not require you to forget, only to refuse to be ruled. Trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. Your tears have been counted, your courage has been seen, and your future will not be dictated by the wound that tried to define you. This is your turning point. We are moving forward together. My child, lean in. What I am about to say is the hinge between where you have been and where you are about to go. You called it strength. You called it resolve. You called it wisdom gained the hard way. But hear me clearly. Unforgiveness is not your shield. It is a shackle. It is not the wall that keeps danger out. It is the door the enemy keeps using to come back in. It feels like safety because it gave you a sense of control, but it quietly became a chain that ties you to the very moment you wanted to escape. Unforgiveness is an ongoing connection to the wound. It is a cord, sometimes thin as thread, sometimes thick as rope that keeps your heart tethered to the scene of impact. You think you are holding them accountable, but in secret you are still holding the scene, replaying it, revisiting it, rebreathing the air of that moment. The past becomes a room you never fully leave. Every time you pass by in your thoughts, the door swings open and the pain waves you in, as if it still has authority to seat you. Beloved, this is not strength. This is captivity dressed as caution. Hear me. Unforgiveness blocks breakthrough. It clogs the flow of peace I keep sending like a river. You come to me in prayer and I hear you. Oh, I hear you. But the bitterness acts like sediment in the stream of your own receiving. Your mouth forms the words, but your heart tightens its gates. The answers arrive, but the static of resentment distorts the signal. It is not that I am silent. It is that the noise of accusation in your soul is loud. Unforgiveness drains focus. It steals the attention your future requires and spends it on old courtrooms in your mind, cross-examining conversations, rehearsing what you would say if you had the perfect moment, building closing arguments that never close. And while you argue with a shadow, the builder in you waits, the creator in you stalls, the leader in you idles. Unforgiveness disrupts peace. That is why joy keeps visiting but never settling. It is why your sleep is thin and your reactions feel outsized. Old pain does not like being ignored, so it taps, then knocks, then pounds. And you assume the world is unsafe when, in truth, one unclosed account inside you keeps throwing the door wide. Resentment becomes an access point, a welcome mat laid out for tormenting thoughts that speak in familiar tones. Remember, you can't trust. Protect yourself. Don't soften. Don't try. And so the cycle continues. You brace, you flinch, you walk through rooms with your shoulders up, scanning for threat, and then wonder why you end each day exhausted. My child, the enemy is not creative. He is opportunistic. He repeats what works, and unforgiveness works for him because it keeps you reactive instead of creative, guarded instead of guided, circling instead of advancing. You believed that holding it tight would keep you safe. Let me tell you the truth with tenderness and authority. It has kept you stuck. It looked like a spine. It became a splint that hardened into a cast. It looked like a boundary. It became a barricade that locked you in with the very memory you wanted to evict. It looked like dignity. It became a debt collection office where you spend your hours drafting invoices they will never pay. And all the while, the future I prepared stands outside, knocking, ready to be let in. Listen to me, beloved. Resentment is a revolving door. Each time you push, it spins you past the same scenery, the same arguments, the same suspicions, the same heaviness. The accuser loves a revolving door. He does not need to build a new entrance to your heart if you keep that one spinning for him. Close it. How? By release. Release is the key that turns from the inside. The lock is on your side. When you forgive, you are not pretending the wound never happened. You are severing the cord that keeps delivering pain to your present. You are removing the access point. You are saying, no more entry. You are saying, this room is no longer available for rent. I know your question, but what if I lose myself? What if I lower the guard and get hurt again? Hear me. Forgiveness is not self-abandonment. Unforgiveness is. It abandons the you I designed, free, clear, creative, and replaces you with a security guard who never gets off shift. Forgiveness restores the real you and returns your energy to building instead of bracing. It rinses the sediment from the stream of prayer so you can hear me without static. It quiets the internal courtroom so wisdom can speak with calm authority. It unlocks the door to peace that is stable, steady, lasting. My child, I am already moving on your behalf. I am already arranging clarity, already opening doors that fit the shape of your calling. But I will not drag you through with clenched fists and a heart handcuffed to yesterday. The promise remains, but the pace is set by surrender. Do not mistake delay for denial. The delay often lives in the weight you refuse to put down. I am speaking directly to you, straight into the center of your heart. You can put it down now. This is not punishment. This is protection. This is me guarding your future from the thief who keeps re-entering through the same cracked window. Let me seal it. Let me heal it. Trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. My child, release them today. Your breakthrough is on the other side of this surrender. This is your turning point. Breathe. Choose release. Watch the door the enemy kept using swing shut, and watch the doors I have prepared begin to open. My child, listen closely. I am speaking directly to you, straight into the center of your heart. You have heard me call for release. Now I will show you what release truly is. Forgiveness is not amnesia. Forgiveness is not agreement. Forgiveness is not an invitation for someone unsafe to sit close again. Forgiveness is not weakness dressed up as virtue. Forgiveness is release, holy release. It is the moment you take the key I placed in your hand and open the lock from the inside. What is forgiveness? It is the deliberate surrender of your right to revenge into my hands. It is the decision to stop acting as judge, jury, and executioner in the courtroom of your mind. It is the choice to cancel a debt they will never pay and to file the account with me instead. It is refusing to keep drinking the poison of bitterness while expecting it to make someone else sick. It is laying down the ledger and letting me be God. Hear me. Forgiveness does not say, it didn't matter. Forgiveness says, it mattered, and I choose not to let it master me. Forgiveness does not say, I wasn't harmed. Forgiveness says, I was harmed, and I refuse to be held hostage by the harm. Forgiveness does not say, we are fine. Forgiveness says, I am releasing you to God, and I am choosing to be well. It is not denial, it is definition. It defines where the pain ends and where your peace begins. And this is vital. Forgiveness and reconciliation are not the same assignment. Do you hear me? Forgiveness is your act of freedom before me. Reconciliation, when it is possible, is the fruit of repentance, safety, truth, and time. Reconciliation is two hands reaching with honesty. Forgiveness can be one hand letting go. Reconciliation requires evidence, changed behavior, accountability, trust, rebuilt brick by brick with consistent integrity. Forgiveness requires a decision. I release this debt to God's court. Some relationships will be reconciled. Some will be redefined. Some will be released. Wisdom will tell the difference, and I will give you wisdom. Boundaries are not bitterness. They are stewardship of the heart I am healing. I know how your body has been holding the verdict. Your jaw clenched when their name surfaced. Your stomach tightened when you passed the familiar street. Your fists curled at night as if you were still bracing for impact. Even your breath shortened, shallow and quick, every time the memory came knocking. Breathe with me now. Unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, open your hands. Feel your ribs widen with a deep inhale and a slow exhale. This is not just a metaphor. Your body has been guarding the file. Let your body hear the new ruling, case transferred to heaven's court. And when your body remembers to brace, gently remind it, we released that. We are safe with God. Forgiveness is not the eraser. It is the release valve. It lets the pressure go. It allows clean air back into rooms that have been closed too long. It transforms the courtroom into a sanctuary where peace can speak again. When you forgive, you stop being tethered to the injury as your reference point. You reclaim your attention. You reclaim your mornings from rehearsals and your evenings from arguments that only exist in memory. You reclaim your creativity from the loops that stole your focus. You reclaim your sleep. And yes, your feelings may not arrive at the same moment your decision does. That does not make the decision less real. Think of forgiveness as the train switching tracks at the junction. The engine has turned. The cars will follow. If emotions resist, stay the course. Choose release again. Every day, if needed. 70 times if the memory taps. Each choice weakens the cord. Each agreement with me strengthens your freedom. Listen to my promises and weigh them against the poison you've been sipping. As you release, heaviness lifts. As you release, the fog in your mind thins and breaks. As you release, your sleep grows deeper and your waking less anxious. As you release, joy returns not as a visitor, but as a resident who knows where the light switches are. As you release, your discernment sharpens, no longer clouded by the echo of old accusations, and you begin to sense my nudges quickly, to notice danger sooner, to choose wisely without panic. As you release, prayers flow clean again, not blocked by the sediment of resentment. As you release, your energy stops paying interest on a debt you don't even want to collect and starts investing in the future I prepared. Let me say it again so there is no confusion. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is choosing to remember differently with me in the room. Forgiveness is not excusing. It is moving the case to the only court with the authority to rule perfectly. Forgiveness is not trust. Trust is rebuilt with consistent truth over time. Forgiveness is not closeness. Closeness is reserved for the safe, the repentant, those who prove by fruit. Forgiveness is for you. Freedom is for you. Peace is for you. My child, I am not sending you back into danger. I am leading you out of bondage. You ask, but will they get away with it? Hear me. No one gets away in the hands of a just God. I saw what they did. I see what they still do. My timing is precise. My judgments are pure. Release does not erase justice. It relocates it. When you hand me the gavel, you stop sitting in a chair that was breaking your back. And when I hold the gavel, I also hold you. I protect you. I guide you. I restore you. Now practice this with me. Even now, where you are, open your hands. Breathe deep. Whisper, I release the right to make them pay. I transfer the debt to God. I refuse to keep drinking the poison. I bless my own heart with peace. I set wise boundaries with grace. Feel the shift. Small at first, perhaps, but real, authentic, holy. Each time you do this, you are choosing the path of life, the path of clarity, the path of unburdened forward motion. My beloved, you are not naive for forgiving. You are brave. You are not weak. You are wise. You are not losing power. You are reclaiming it. The key is in your hand, and I am here with you. Turn it. Release them into my hands. Receive the peace that has been waiting at your door. Trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. This is your turning point, and this is how you step through. My child, listen to me. You have been carrying a sentence you were never meant to enforce. You reopened the courtroom again and again, sat in the judge's chair you never asked for, banged a gavel that was breaking your hand, and wrote verdicts on paper that kept binding you to the case. You thought you were binding them. In truth, the sentence kept chaining you. The docket never ended because pain kept adding new exhibits. The bailiff in your soul kept calling the same names, and you kept taking your seat, trying to finish a trial that only I can close. I watched you become judge and witness and attorney in a courtroom that lives inside your mind. You cross-examined the memories. You argued against their silence. You rehearsed what you would say if the room were safe, if the timing were perfect, if the world finally believed you. You wrote speeches at night and verdicts at dawn. You told yourself you were defending your dignity, but the legal pad filled with notes you could not stop writing became a ledger you could not stop carrying. Hear me. This is why your heart feels tired. This is why your body braces when their name appears. This is why joy arrives and then sits on the hallway floor, waiting for permission to enter. The case is open. The case has stayed open, and open cases demand your attention. But, beloved, you were not designed to sit behind that bench. You were designed to stand in my presence free. Let me name what your hands have been holding so you can put it down without confusion. The fantasy of payback. The scene where they finally feel exactly what you felt. The obsession to replay, the mental loop that tries to edit the past so it hurts less, only to make it hurt again. The need to be understood by the one who refuses to understand you. To keep knocking at a closed door because you cannot bear the sound of its silence. The private closing arguments, the ones you deliver in the car, in the shower, in the line at the store, explaining and explaining until your soul is breathless. Lay it down, release it, hand it to me, stop rehearsing it, stop bleeding on tomorrow. Every replay reopens the wound. Every fantasy feeds a fire that burns you first. Every attempt to force understanding from a heart that will not hear is a tax on your peace that never produces a return. You see it now. So, let it go. I am the just judge. I am not indifferent. I am not late. I am not blind. I saw what they did, and I know the story beneath what even you know. I alone hold the scales that do not tip from human pressure. When you sit in my seat, you suffer under a weight that belongs to my shoulders alone. Step down, beloved. Come out from behind the bench that has kept you apart from your own life. Give me the file. Give me the gavel. Give me the badge that says enforcer, and take back the name that was always yours. Child, this is the exchange that frees you. This is the altar where you place the heavy and receive the holy. Do not call yourself by the names pain tried to tattoo on your chest. You are not the rejected one, the used one, the overlooked one. Those are not your titles. Those are the accusations of a courtroom you do not live in anymore. I am the author of your story, and I am editing your name back to its original truth. Chosen, guarded, valuable, my treasure. Hear me say it loud enough to drown out the gavel in your head. You are chosen. You are guarded. You are valuable. Nothing about you was accidental. What they failed to recognize in you does not reduce what I placed within you. Their blindness does not become your identity. Their delay does not decide your destiny. You ask, but if I step away, who will protect me? I will. Who will ensure justice? I will. Who will tell the truth? I will, and I will teach you when, how, and to whom to speak yours with wisdom. Releasing the case does not make you naive. It makes you clear. It does not throw away wisdom. It anchors it in me. It does not remove boundaries. It strengthens them with peace instead of panic. When you stop enforcing the sentence, you stop patrolling the same emotional hallway every hour. You return to your true assignment. You find your hands empty of stones and open to receive tools. My child, the new chapter I prepared is not theoretical. It is present. It is here. Opportunities with your name on them are arriving. Conversations that grow you, doors that fit you, work that fulfills you, connections that honor you. I am orchestrating them. But your hands must be free to carry what I am giving. A clenched fist cannot hold a gift. A hand gripping an old file cannot grasp a new key. Release what is in your grip so I can place what belongs in your care. This is not loss, this is exchange. Trade me your gavel for my peace. Trade me your ledger for my wisdom. Trade me your courtroom for my garden, where your soul can breathe, build, create, and rest. So hear my voice and respond. Lay it down. Release it. Hand it to me. Stop rehearsing it. Stop bleeding on tomorrow. Stop building prisons with words you never needed to speak again. Stop checking the cell you trapped yourself in to see if they are still there. I am opening the door. Step through. Breathe. Feel your shoulders lighten as the sentence you kept enforcing dissolves in my hands. Feel your mind quiet as the cross-examinations cease. Feel your heart expand as dignity returns without the armor that made you hard. Others might hear this, but right now it is just you and me. Heaven has paused to watch you exchange the burden you were never meant to bear. Trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. In a moment, we will name the weight and let the chain break. For now, agree with me. I am not the judge of this case. I am the beloved child of the judge. I am not the rejected one. I am chosen. I am not the used one. I am entrusted. I am not the overlooked one. I am seen and guarded. As you agree, the keys to your future begin to ring in your palm. As you agree, your next chapter turns its first bright page. My child, now. Others might hear this, but right now it is just you and me. Heaven has paused to watch what happens in this moment. I am speaking directly to you, straight into the center of your heart. We will not circle this any longer. We will step through it. I am going to lead you, and you are going to follow me, word by word, breath by breath, until the chain breaks. First, put one hand on your chest. Feel your heart under your palm. Open your other hand as if you are releasing something you have been gripping. Breathe in slowly through your nose and let your ribs widen. Hold. Now exhale through your mouth like you are letting steam out of a kettle. Again. Inhale peace. Exhale the need to punish. Inhale my presence. Exhale the courtroom air. Now name them. Speak the name. Whisper if you must. Say it aloud if you can. If there is more than one, we will take them one by one. A parent, a partner, a friend, a leader, a stranger, a system, yourself. If it is you, say your own name gently. If you are tempted to say everyone, resist that blur. Be specific. The key fits a lock when it is precise. Name the moment. Say it simply. The night you didn't come home. The day you walked away. That meeting where the room turned on me. The message that shattered my trust. The season you withheld safety. The promise you broke. Do not decorate it. Honesty is not sin. Pretending is what keeps the infection sealed in. The wound is already there. Naming it is how the medicine gets in. Now identify the debt you feel they owe you. Be concrete. Say it. You owe me an apology. You owe me money. You owe me years. You owe me the truth. You owe me faithfulness. You owe me protection. You owe me seeing me, believing me, taking responsibility. If it is yourself, name it. I owe me compassion. I owe me forgiveness for what I did when I didn't know better. I owe me a childhood I never received. Bring it into the light. Vague pain keeps you chained. Specific pain can be released. Name the emotions that have lived in your body like permanent tenants. Say them with me now. Anger, grief, shame, disgust, disappointment, fear, confusion, resentment, even jealousy that you hated admitting. Speak them. I am not shocked by your real. I am the God of truth, and truth is the doorway through which healing walks. You are not impure for feeling. You become stuck when you hide. Let your hand feel your heartbeat and tell your body, we are safe to be honest. We are safe to let go. Now breathe again. Inhale slowly, counting to 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. As you exhale, imagine the rope loosening around your chest. Imagine the door the enemy kept using beginning to swing shut from the inside. Feel your open hand begin to tingle as the grip you held is released. I will give you words. Repeat after me, and let your mouth lead your heart if your heart is still catching up. Say this out loud if you can. In the presence of God, I name you. Say the name. I name the wound. Say the moment. I name the debt. Say what was owed. I have held this debt in my hands. I release you from my hands. I place you in God's hands. I refuse to be chained to this any longer. I cancel the invoice in my soul. I break agreement with bitterness. I break agreement with revenge. I bless my own heart with peace. I choose wise boundaries. I choose my future. I choose release. Stay here. Breathe. Let silence say amen for a moment without making this a prayer yet. Let your body feel the words. Notice if your jaw still clenches. Unclench it. Notice if your shoulders are up. Drop them. Tell your nervous system, case transferred to heaven's court. Tell your inner guard, stand down. We are covered. If there is another name, go again. Do not rush. Heaven is not impatient. Heaven is attentive. Take the next one in your open hand as if you are holding their name written on a slip of paper and watch yourself place it into my hands. Speak the formula again. Precision breaks chains. Repetition tightens freedom's knot. I know the resistance that arrives. The thought that says, if I release, they win. The feeling that says, if I soften, I'll be hurt again. The doubt that whispers, what if my body doesn't feel different right away? Hear me with tenderness and authority. Forgiveness is a decision your spirit makes before your emotions catch up. The engine turns on the track before all the cars roll in the new direction. Your yes is the switch. Your feelings are the cars. They will follow as you reaffirm the choice. Prepare your heart for practice, not perfection. When the memory knocks tomorrow, answer with the same words. When anger surges next week, breathe and say it again. When shame tries to return, open your palm and transfer the case back to me as many times as it attempts to come home. 70 times, if needed. You are not failing by repeating. You are strengthening new pathways. You are teaching your soul a new address. If you felt nothing, you did not fail. If you felt everything, you did not break. Both are signs of movement. Some chains fall in a clang. Some uncoil like old rope, loop by loop. With each spoken release, keep cooperating, keep agreeing, keep choosing. Do not make your emotions the judge of your obedience. Make your obedience the escort of your emotions. Now say their name again, one more time, and add this line. I release you from my hands. I place you in God's hands. I refuse to be chained to this. Say it like a verdict read aloud in a higher court. Calm, clear, final. Then place your open hand over your heart and whisper to yourself, Beloved, we are free to heal. Beloved, we are safe with God. Beloved, we move forward with wisdom. If the person you are releasing still stands in your daily life, add this. I forgive fully, and I will walk in wise boundaries. My no is honored. My space is protected. My voice is steady. If the person is gone, add this. I let the past be past. I cut the cord to the old scene. I return my attention to the life God is giving me now. Again, breathe. Inhale peace. Exhale punishment. Inhale clarity. Exhale confusion. Inhale future. Exhale yesterday. Feel your hand on your heart and agree with me. I am not the judge. I am the beloved. I am not the jailer. I am free. Hear the smallest sound of metal falling, the chain beginning to give way. It has held you long enough. It does not hold you now. Trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Don't close your heart. What you just did is not theatrics. It is transfer. It is legal in the unseen, powerful in the seen, and it will echo into your decisions, your sleep, your conversations, your quiet. This is your turning point. Return to these words as often as the old door tries to open. And watch, my child, how the door the enemy kept using stays shut, and how the doors I prepared begin to open. My child, do not step back. Do not close your heart. Others might hear this, but right now it is just you and me. Heaven has paused. Angels stand ready. Breathe with me once more. Open your hands again, and let your heart speak plainly. We will pray now. I will listen. I will answer. You will feel me near. Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you now. I come as I am, not polished, not pretending, not performing. I stand before you with what I have carried, the wound, the anger, the tightness in my chest, the words I never said, the sentences I tried to enforce. I bring all of it to your feet. I am tired of bleeding in private. I am ready to heal in your presence. I confess, Lord, that bitterness has taken up room in me. I confess that I have sipped revenge like medicine, only to find it made me sicker. I confess the silent hatred, the quick flare of contempt, the imaginary speeches I made in the shower and the car. I confess that part of me wanted to see them hurt like I hurt. I confess that part of me believed punishing them in my heart would protect me from being hurt again. I admit my exhaustion, the sleepless nights, the clenched jaw, the restless mind that would not leave the courtroom. Forgive me, Lord. I lay this at your feet. I confess, too, my attempts to be my own defender apart from your wisdom. I have rehearsed, replayed, relitigated. I have sat in a seat that was never mine. I have tried to control outcomes, to force recognition, to demand closure on my timetable. I lay down control now. I lay down my gavel. I surrender the chair behind the bench. I step out from the courtroom and into your sanctuary. Father, I speak their names before you now. Each one. You know who they are. You saw what they did. You counted every tear I hid. I name them to you, and I ask for grace to release them. I also bring my own name for the moments I failed myself, the choices I regret, the words I wish I could recall. I do not hide. I hand it all to you. I choose right now to forgive. I forgive them by name. I forgive the moment it happened, the day it broke, the season it lingered. I forgive the apology I never received. I forgive the understanding that was withheld, the truth that was twisted, the safety that was taken. I release the debt. I cancel the invoice in my soul. I transfer the case to heaven's court. I release the need for an apology to be whole. I release the need to be vindicated by those who refuse to see. I entrust justice to you. Lord, hear my words and mark them. I forgive. I release. I bless my own heart with peace. I choose wise boundaries without bitterness. I choose distance where distance is holy. I choose honesty without cruelty. I choose no where no is needed, and yes where your spirit says it is safe. I am not returning to danger. I am returning to freedom. Father, I lay this wound at your feet. I lay the memory, I lay the smell, the song, the street, the time of day that pulls me back into the room. I lay the way my body braces when their name is mentioned. I lay the flinch, the startle, the shallow breath. I lay the dreams that turn to dread at 3 a.m. I lay the quick burn in my chest when I am blindsided. I lay the numbness that tried to be my shield and only froze my joy. Take it, Lord. I open my hands and I let it drop into yours. Now, Holy Father, I ask you to heal me from the inside out. Heal the trigger paths in my mind. Rewrite the association so that peace lives where panic lived. Restore my sleep, make it deep, steady, and undisturbed. Anoint my pillow with your presence. Guard my nights from torment and my mornings from heaviness. Cleanse my thoughts from intrusions that do not belong to me. Close every open window the enemy has used and seal it with your peace. Heal my nervous system, God. Where my body has lived on alert, teach it to stand down under your covering. Unclench my jaw, unknot my stomach, loosen my fists, deepen my breath. Let my heart learn a new beat, one that is not syncopated by fear but steady with trust. Soften my heart without removing my discernment. Keep me tender, not naive, wise, not hard, compassionate, not codependent. Give me the holy mixture of softness and strength that looks like you. I invite the great exchange. Where there was anger, I receive your peace. Where there was fear, I receive your stability. Where there was shame, I receive your dignity. Where there was confusion, I receive your clarity. Where there was sorrow, I receive your joy. Where there was chaos, I receive your order. Where there was scarcity of trust, I receive the abundance of your faithfulness. I release the counterfeit protections I crafted, and I receive your real protection around me, within me, before me, behind me. Father, wash my memories with your presence. Do not erase the facts, change the atmosphere of the recollection. Let me remember with you in the room. Let me see the places you carried me when I thought I walked alone. Let me feel your hand on my shoulder when the room went quiet. Let me notice the doors you closed that felt like rejection but were rescue. Let me hold the truth without it holding me hostage. Teach my mind to bless my heart with peace. I renounce every agreement I made with bitterness, revenge, and accusation. I break covenant with the inner critic who stands ready to prosecute me and others. I break partnership with the lie that says I must control to be safe. I break allegiance with the voice that says I will never be believed or valued. I silence the accuser in Jesus' name. I choose to agree with your voice, your verdict, your love. I receive the name you give me. Chosen, guarded, valuable, treasured, beloved. Train me, Lord, in wise boundaries that protect what you are healing. Teach my yes to be true and my no to be steady. Give me language that is clear without cruelty. Give me responses that are calm without compromise. Give me exits where exits are holy and strategies where engagement is necessary. Place watchmen at the gates of my heart, discernment at my ears, wisdom at my eyes, peace at my mouth, courage at my spine. Let my boundaries be a fence for a garden, not a wall for a prison. Father, bless the space I am stepping into. Bless my conversations with light and truth. Bless my home with harmony and safety. Bless my work with focus and favor. Bless my relationships with mutual honor and reciprocity. Bless my time with clarity and purpose. Bless my body with health and rest. Let the residue of the past be washed away so thoroughly that only wisdom remains. Not the sting, not the poison, not the fog. I ask for the courage to practice this release again and again until freedom feels normal. When the memory knocks, let my first reflex be to hand it back to you. When anger surges, let my breath find your peace. When shame creeps close, let dignity answer the door. When confusion swirls, let clarity stand firm like a lighthouse. When I am tempted to patrol the old hallway, remind me, the case is closed, the door is shut, the gavel is in your hand. I bless the ones I have forgiven, at a distance if needed, with wisdom always. I do not curse them in my heart. I do not fantasize about their pain. I place them in your care, where perfect justice and perfect mercy meet without contradiction. I choose not to be their judge. I choose to be your child. Father, thank you for hearing me. Thank you for receiving what I lay at your feet. Thank you for taking the weight I could not carry and giving me what I could not earn, peace that steadies, joy that rises, clarity that leads, love that anchors. I welcome the new chapter you prepared. I welcome the freedom I feel even now, beginning to spread across my chest, into my breath, through my thoughts, into my sleep. And now I speak over my own life, by the authority of your love and in the name of Jesus. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. I will not pick it up again. I will walk light. I will walk free. I will walk with wise boundaries and a soft heart. I will move forward with you. Seal this, Lord. Stamp this decision with heaven's seal. Guard this turning point. Set your angels to stand at the door that used to swing open to torment and keep it shut. Open the doors you prepared, doors of peace, doors of right relationships, doors of purpose and provision, doors of rest. Let the evidence of this release appear in my sleep, in my speech, in my choices, in my calendar, in my posture, in my laughter. I receive it. I agree. I align. I lay this wound at your feet, and I will not take it back. I am done bleeding in private. I begin healing in your presence. I am done rehearsing pain. I begin rehearsing peace. I am done enforcing sentences. I begin cultivating the life you are giving me now. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And as I rise from this prayer, I declare it again as my refrain. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. My child, hear me. On the other side of this release is a river you have not walked beside in a long time. Peace that is not fragile. Clarity that is not fleeting. Strength that is steady. You will notice it first in the quiet places. Your breath will lengthen when you wake. Your shoulders will forget how to rise in fear's reflex. Your jaw will not clench when a memory brushes by. The fog that made simple choices feel like heavy math will lift, and easy will begin to mean easy again. You will feel lighter in your mind, steadier in your emotions, stronger in your bones. This is not imaginary. This is the weight you set down, making room for the gifts I am placing in your hands. Understand what is happening. Forgiveness did not purchase favor. It removed a barricade. You did not pay me for breakthrough. You agreed with me to remove what blocked the flow. Unforgiveness was a dam clogging the river of focus, creativity, and joy. As you released, the water found its path again. Ideas will begin to visit you. Simple, elegant, timely. Confidence will return, not as arrogance, but as quiet assurance that you are covered and guided. Your discernment will sharpen, red flags will show their color before they are near, and green lights will glow bright and undeniable. You will not live by panic, you will live by peace-informed wisdom. I am going before you. I am not sending you ahead into a storm with a thin umbrella. I am parting the waters, leveling the path, and setting markers your heart will recognize. What was meant for your harm will be folded into a design for your growth. What tried to take your voice will become the training ground for your steadiness. What pressed you down will become the elevation from which you see clearly. I am closing the door the enemy used, and I am opening doors no one can close. Doors of right relationships, doors of meaningful work, doors of provision that arrive without panic, doors of rest that does not feel like laziness but like wisdom. You will know these doors because they will not require you to betray yourself to walk through them. They will not demand your soul as a toll. They will ask for your yes, your honesty, your humility, your courage, but not your identity. You will hear yourself say no without trembling and yes without second-guessing. Your calendar will stop reflecting crisis management and start reflecting purpose. Your words will be fewer and truer. Your eyes will be clearer and kinder. Your laugh will return without apology. Hear me re-announce your name over the sound of falling chains. You are not your wound. You are not your bitterness. You are not the sum of what they took. You are my beloved, chosen, guarded, valuable, entrusted. I will restore what dignity grief tried to erase. I will restore what shame tried to paint over. I will restore what time seemed to swallow, not copies, not counterfeits. I restore with wisdom built in, so you do not return to the same rooms in a different season. I restore with discernment stitched into the seams, so honor meets you where flattery used to fool you. Watch for the early signs. Sleep that holds you like a promise. Thoughts that no longer spiral but stack in order. Meetings where your voice is steady and your boundaries are honorable. Invitations that fit your design instead of stretching you thin. Conversations where truth sits comfortably, not as a weapon but as light. Moments with me when my presence brushes your skin like a breeze, and you know without noise, I am not alone. These are the early blossoms. More will come. I will also protect what I am planting. I will set guardians at your gates, discernment at your ears so gossip cannot bait you, wisdom at your eyes so illusions do not charm you, peace at your mouth so you do not speak curses over what I am blessing, courage at your spine so you stand without collapsing into old patterns. I will alert you when the old hallway tries to lure you back. I will give you exit strategies you did not have before. I will make a way through the thicket and teach your feet the path of peace. Do not pick the chain back up tomorrow. Walk forward. When the old thought knocks, transfer the case again without ceremony. When the ache visits, breathe and agree with what we have already settled. Forward, not backward. Today we turn the page together, and tomorrow we refuse to reread the sentence that kept you stuck. Let your yes to freedom be daily, simple, unwavering. Small obediences will keep large doors open. And hear me promise you this, because I know exactly where you've been and I know exactly what you need. Your mind will feel lighter, your emotions steadier, your creativity renewed, your confidence restored, your discernment clearer. Peace will move from a visitor to a resident. Clarity will stop flickering and begin to shine. Doors I have prepared will open at their appointed times, and you will walk through them without begging, without bracing, without bargaining. I am with you. I go before you. I surround you. All of heaven has paused to witness this turning point, and even now I am confirming it with favor you could not manufacture. My child, trust me one more time. Take my hand again. Do not close your heart. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. Breathe and step. This is your new season, peace-led, clarity-fed, and door opening by my hand alone. My child, listen closely. Forgiveness has opened your hands. Now wisdom will guard your heart. You have released the case into my hands. Do not step back into the courtroom. What I am giving you now is not suspicion. It is stewardship. Boundaries are not bitterness. Boundaries are love shaped into lines. They are the fence that keeps a garden flourishing, not the prison that keeps a soul trapped. Others might hear this, but right now it's just you and me. I am teaching you how to walk free without wandering back into the old hallway. Hear me clearly. Forgiveness and access are not the same word. Forgiveness releases the debt. Access is earned by trust. Forgiveness cancels the invoice in your soul. Reconciliation requires evidence in their life. Forgiveness removes the poison from your heart. Boundaries prevent fresh poison from being poured back in. You are not cruel to protect what I am healing. You are wise. You are obedient. You are guarding the work of God. So here is how you walk it out. Limit access where access has been misused. Reduce the time you spend where your peace is routinely broken. Choose neutral spaces for necessary interactions. End private meetings that predictably lead to harm. Adjust how quickly you reply. Remove yourself from group threads that churn up old drama. Mute what agitates, block what harasses, step back from what stirs the storm. Your life does not have to be a public hallway anyone can walk through at any hour. Your soul is a home, and I am teaching you to lock the doors. Stop oversharing with unsafe ears. Your story is holy. Your heart is not an open container for everyone's curiosity. Share selectively with those who have proven they can hold your words without weaponizing them. Choose safe accountability, mentors with clean motives, friends who tell you the truth with gentleness, counselors who help you build resilience rather than recycle pain. I will highlight them. You will know them because you feel peace after talking, not panic. You feel seen, not sold. You feel strengthened, not spun. Require consistency, not just apologies. Promises are cheap where patterns have not changed. Watch fruit over speeches. Are they taking responsibility without excuses? Do they own what they did, name who it hurt, and make amends appropriate to the harm? Do their actions remain steady when no eyes are on them? Time is the honest witness. Fruit is the honest evidence. Do not let tears manipulate you back into danger. Watch for the long, quiet turn of behavior that keeps compassion safe. I will also show you the red flags you used to call just a bad day. Learn their color and believe them the first time. Repeated manipulation, guilt that twists your yes, flattery that pressures your boundaries, comparisons that shrink your voice. Refusal to take responsibility. If you hadn't, you're too sensitive, and let's just move on. Silence that punishes, anger that intimidates, cycles of harm, apology, charm, small peace, then the same breaking again. Control that dresses itself in care, secrecy that demands your trust but offers no transparency, spiritualized pressure that uses my name to lower your guard. Wisdom says no without hatred. Wisdom closes the door without slamming it. Wisdom keeps a calm voice while keeping a strong line. Replace people-pleasing with obedience. You do not owe proximity to prove you forgave. You do not owe open access to validate your spirituality. You do not have to attend every argument you're invited to. You do not have to reply to every bait. Your no can be an act of worship when it protects the yes I planted in you. When you are tempted to re-enter a room you left for holy reasons, ask me, not your guilt. I am not measuring your love by your exposure to repeated harm. I am measuring your trust by your willingness to guard what I am healing. Practice these sentences with me so your voice learns steadiness. No, I'm not available for that conversation right now. I'm willing to talk in a public place with a third party present. I will not be spoken to like that. I need time to consider and I will reach out if I choose to engage. That topic is not open for discussion. Calm, clear, final. You do not need to explain your boundary to those who benefit from you having none. You set it unto me. You keep it with me. You let the fruit prove its wisdom. Understand the purpose. Boundaries are not revenge. Boundaries are release with wisdom built in. Boundaries are you agreeing with me that your heart, mind, and body are not corridors for chaos. Boundaries say, I forgive you, and I will not give you the tools to hurt me again. Boundaries say, I love peace enough to defend it. Boundaries say, I believe your words when they are matched by deeds, and until then, distance is love's guardrail. I am placing watchmen at your gates, discernment at your ears, so you stop granting audience to accusation, wisdom at your eyes so you recognize patterns early, peace at your mouth so you don't make promises your soul cannot keep, courage at your spine so you hold the line when pushback comes. Expect pushback. Systems formed around your people-pleasing will shake when you stop performing. Do not interpret the shaking as the wrong choice. Often it is proof that the old scaffolding can no longer lean on you. Stand, breathe, rehearse your words, keep your boundary. And when remorse is real and fruit appears over time, you will not need to sprint back into closeness. Access can increase gradually, intentionally, with checks that protect both sides. Wise reconciliation is a bridge built plank by plank with honesty, humility, and repair. Only walk as far as trust has been rebuilt. If the planks are missing, the bridge does not exist, no matter how beautiful the idea of crossing might be. Close the loop in your heart now. Release does not mean return. Release means you are no longer controlled by what happened. It means the memory cannot pilot your day. It means their choices cannot dictate your peace. It means you choose the life I am giving you. Forward, not backward. Steady, not swinging. Clear, not cloudy. Do not pick the chain back up by calling your boundary bitterness. It is not bitterness to guard the garden. It is not hatred to choose health. It is not pride to keep your yes aligned with my will. My child, this is your final call on this point. Keep what I just gave you. Let your yes be daily. Let your boundary be steady. When the old hallway whistles your name, answer with peace, not with feet. Transfer the case again. Hold the line again. And watch how small obediences keep large doors open. Doors that require a protected heart to walk through them. I am with you. I go before you. I surround you. Set the boundary. Keep the freedom. Walk with me into this new season, unchained and wisely guarded. My child, this is your final call. Heaven has paused for you again. Right here, right now, do not wander from this door you've just unlocked. This is your turning point. Do not delay. Do not return to the old weight. Do not negotiate with what I just broke off of you. Others might hear these words, but right now it is just you and me. I am speaking directly to your heart. Take my hand again. Let us seal what we started. Let us close the case and stamp this moment with your yes. Say it with me out loud. Steady, simple, clear. Today I choose release. Today I choose healing. Today I choose forward. Again, today I choose release. Today I choose healing. Today I choose forward. I transfer the case to God. I close the old hallway. I receive peace, clarity, and wise boundaries. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. I will not pick it up again. Now make this decision public. Let your words build a witness around your life. Type Amen right now if your heart agrees. Type I release them today as your decree. If you are breathing lighter already, testify with your yes. Do not keep your freedom a secret. Share this message with someone you know is stuck in bitterness and needs a hand to the door. Be a carrier of release, not a courier of resentment. And if you feel led to support this mission so more hearts hear heaven's call, you can give through the super thanks or donate. Do it unto me, not to earn favor, but to extend freedom. Listen to me. Promise you what I began, I will finish. You will feel aftershocks, memories knocking, familiar feelings testing the door, but I will stand with you at the threshold. When the ache whispers, open up, you will answer, case closed, and I will reinforce your yes with peace. When the old name for you tries to return, I will re-announce your true name, chosen, guarded, valuable, mine. When guilt tries to shame your boundaries, I will steady your spine with courage. I am not leaving you to manage this alone. I go before you. I am beside you. I surround you. I am your rear guard. Keep your part simple. Transfer the case again as often as needed. Agree with me quickly. Breathe when the wave rises. Let it pass under my hand. Practice your sentences. Keep your boundaries. Small obediences will keep large doors open. Step by step, you will notice how the river runs clearer, how your nights hold you with rest, how your words grow fewer and truer. Your calendar will stop bowing to crisis and start reflecting purpose. Your heart will stop sprinting to put out fires and start walking in steady light. Do not walk away from this moment. Do not close your heart. Seal it now with your voice. Today I choose release. Today I choose healing. Today I choose forward. Type Amen. Type I release them today. Share this with one person who needs it, and as you do, watch how freedom multiplies in you. I am opening doors no one can close, and I am closing doors no one can reopen. You waited long enough. This is your turning point. My beloved, I will carry you through every aftershock. I will strengthen you when your courage thins. I will finish what I began, and I will do it in a way that protects what I am healing. Take my hand, breathe, step. The chain is breaking. The weight is lifting. Today we turn the page together. Walk with me into your new season, unbound, wisely guarded, and fully mine.